Hello everyone! This is going to be your weekly love message for all the zodiac signs. Um, I have just finished making these love advices. They are more psychological, but also they are meant to help you solve a problem, help you solve a frustration that comes out of love, a problem that comes out of love. Just an advice. You take it just as an advice that is made to help you be happier, to help you be more fulfilled, to make you be more ready for love, more ready for all the uncertainty that love brings, the beauty, but also the uncertainty that love brings. So this appears that it wants to to fall. So I will do one more shuffle. Okay, this wants to fall as well. And then I will need 4 more because I'm going to have 4 groups for you guys, 6 groups for you guys, for you to choose from. Okay, so this wanted as well. So 3 more. I'm not going to put any number, any symbol, any crystal on them because I want you to pick with your intuition. I want you to pick with your heart, with whatever you believe that this message has for you. If you believe that you need more than just one message, then you can pick 2, but I would advise not more than 2 because it might get too confusing for you. Okay, so this is group number 1, this is group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, group number 5, and group number 6. So take your time if you need to, and pick whatever your heart, whatever your intuition is telling you to. Okay, so if you picked group number 1, the message is make love, not war. So I love this message. This is telling me that if you picked this card, is that you are going through quite some conflict when it comes to love. Like this week, it's about the fact that you are conflicted by love, or the fact that you are fighting with your partner if you are in a relationship, or just the fact that you are angry at love. Generally speaking, if you are single, you do not want to hear about love, you don't want to talk about love, you are disappointed, you are angry, you are defensive, you are just no, I don't want love, I don't want to talk about love. So you are a warrior, sort of, against love. But if you are in a partnership, or if you are having a crush, or if you have love interest, you are conflicted by their attitude. You do not know what they want, what they need, what's their purpose, what's their intentions, or simply the fact that what you want doesn't match with what they want. What you believe doesn't match with what they believe. Your intention doesn't match with it. Like it's a debalance between you and them, and this makes you want to scream at them and fight with them, because of course we always want for us to be happy, we always want for us to be good. And when there are these disagreements, we feel like protecting the way that we feel like protecting what we want, what we believe we deserve, the fight that we're putting into it, the fight that we have been putting into it previously. So the advice of the week is to try and look at how much you want love in your life, and how much you want to keep love in your life if you have it. So give up the conflict, give up the chaotic thoughts and feelings and mixed. Like probably some of you are going through your heart is telling you something and your brain is telling you something. You are annoyed, you are angry at love and at your partner, and you want more. You want to reach peace, but you don't know how. So you are conflicted, and there are conflicts between you and your crush or your partner or you in regards to love. So make love, not war. Because I don't know if you know that this message was the hippies' message, and the war, it was the war in Vietnam, and they were the hippies, the flower power people. They were, just going in the streets and yelling, "Make love, not war! Make love, not war!" Because after all, love is the most beautiful energy that we can bring to in our lives and to others. So think of the positive. This is what this card is saying. Think of the positive. Think of the good things that you have. Think of how far you have arrived in this relationship or with your crush, and just don't allow frustration and anger and misunderstanding guide you this week. So make love, not war. And of course, in some cases, making love is the sweetest thing. So just spread love, not anger, because it's no good for anyone. It's no good. There's, in a war, there are always victims. Regardless of how much or how less you lose, there are always going to be victims. There's always going to be negativity. So don't allow this energy to follow you through the week. Just go for the positive. Okay, if you picked group number 2, the message for you is, if you have nothing nice to say, it's better if you don't speak. Okay, so this message is appearing just because probably there is a lack of communication between you and the other person, and most likely it is not you the reason that there is lack of communication, or that you want to talk, you want to express your thoughts and your emotions, but you are not happy. You are not happy, and when we meet somebody, let me get a bit closer to the subject. When we meet somebody, we start knowing their goods and their bads at the same time. And if the things are good, we are encouraging the good into them and into the relationship and into everything. But when things are bad, when things are frustrating, when we are lacking things in this connection, in the connection, we feel like punishing the other person for us feeling sad, or for us feeling frustrated, or for us feeling bad. So this is you feeling the need to punish the other person for making you feel in a negative way, frustrated or sad or angry or unfulfilled, or you are allowing them to affect you in a negative way. And of course, our brain is just telling us, defend yourself, defend your beliefs, defend your thoughts, defend your feelings, defend your emotions, defend everything that you have grown to be. So defend yourself. And this reaction of saying things that we don't necessarily mean is out of defensive. It's out of protecting ourselves, protecting our dignity, protecting our self-esteem, protecting our ego, just protecting ourselves. So I can understand why you feel the need to talk and to express how bad they are, or how they have mistreated you, how they have misunderstood you, but this is not a good time to do so, because you're angry, because the way that you feel is very fresh. And when we have this kind of emotions, we have to consider that everything that we say has effect not only on the short term, but also on the long term. So if we are angry, it's better for us to calm down before talking. This is what a card is telling. You are frustrated. Are you frustrated? Are you sad? Are you angry? Do you feel misunderstood? Do you feel mistreated? Don't speak when you feel like that, because nothing good comes out of it. Words hurt more than anything, and words cannot be taken back. So calm down, take a breath, calm down, think of the way that you feel. Think if this is a repetitive feeling with this person, or if this is just it just happened. It is just a small. Think of the gravity. Is it a big thing? Is it a small thing? So before talking, think, calm down and think. Because when we are angry and frustrated, as I said, we feel the need to punish the other person, and nothing nice comes out of it. So don't say things that you might regret later on. Don't say things that might hurt more than solve. Because when we are in rage, as I said, nothing good can come out of it, because the rage passes, anger passes, sadness passes. This is a chapter. This is something that is meant to pass. But the words are gonna stay there in their memory, in your memory, and they are going to affect your relationship. So this is the message for group number 2. If you have nothing nice to say, it's better you don't speak. Take a breath, calm down, think of the consequences, and then speak. Because in a calm way, we can actually solve something. You can nicely explain. Look, you did this, and this is how you made me feel, and it made me feel so bad. It made me feel so angry. So please don't do this again. Please consider how your words affect me. So this is also you setting an example. Like, if their words or their actions hurt you and angered you, enraged you, saddened you, frustrated you, just the fact that you don't react right away to it is setting an example. And next time, after you discuss them calmly and tell them, you've hurt me, you've disappointed me, you've betrayed me, or whatever the negative feeling is. But you know what? I prefer to calm down because I love you, because I care about you, because I care about the things that you are saying and that you are doing, and I care about the way I make you feel. So please, next time, consider the way that I feel, the way that your actions and your words make me feel. So set an example, be nice, and next time, even if they are not going to be nice, the punishment will come right away out of guilt. So that's the message for you. If you picked group number 3, the message is show self-confidence. It's sexy. So this card is telling me, because you received this message, is the fact that you are not very confident on the relationship that you are having with your partner or your crush or your love interest, or generally speaking about love. Let me tell you something. Love is not meant to... In the brain, in the same place in the brain, we have love, hate, and addictions. Yeah? So when we love somebody, our brain reacts as if we are sick, because it's exactly in the same spot with the other negative things. It's the same when we fall in love, and it's the same when we love somebody from the bottom of our heart. So love is not something that our brain can adapt to. It's not something natural for our brain. Our brain is meant to create patterns. It's meant to create automatisms to help us through life, to help us through our everyday, to help us through situations, to make life easy. That's why we have a brain, to make life easy. So when we fall in love, when we love somebody, our brain reacts to love or to falling in love as to a danger, as to an addiction, as to a disease, as a sickness. And also our bodies react to it in the same way. The butterflies in the stomach, the trembling, the sweating, the blushing, all of these are signals of sickness. So, of course, love debalances us, debalances our everyday brain routine. Yeah, so it's normal for us to feel insecure. It's normal for us to feel unbalanced. It's normal for us to feel like we no longer belong to ourselves, because we know that on my daily basis I am strong and I am powerful and I am very smart and I am making smart choices, and my everyday life is normal, and I have created my life to be normal and easy. And so when love hits us, when we fall in love or when we love somebody, all of our brain is debalanced by the chemicals that love and emotions make us feel. So we are totally debalanced, and that's when we lose self-confidence, because the brain reacts to an abnormality. That's what love is, an abnormality to our brain. So this is you regaining control over yourself, and that is sexy and attractive as hell to the other person. Because if we manage, even if it's forced in the beginning, because as I said, it's normal for us to react abnormally to an abnormality, as love it is. But even if a bit forced in the beginning, you have to create a pattern of being yourself when in love, being yourself when around this person. And this is you showing confidence. This is you showing you, this is who I am. I do not need you. I want you in my life. I know exactly where I want to go. I know exactly what I want from myself. I know exactly what I want from love. I know exactly what I'm going to get and how I'm going to get it. And you are who I want. So, of course, maybe not saying exactly these words, but this is what you should express through words and through attitudes. Yeah, that you are very self-confident, you know who you are, you know what you want, you know where you want to get. And this is, as I said, attractive as hell, because to all of us, falling in love and love makes us unbalanced. So they are going to be shocked, like, seriously, like, this is also some sort of them wondering, do they actually like me because I cannot be self-confident? Do they actually are in love with me because I cannot be self-confident? So you are challenging them. You are challenging their brain by being self-confident. Although it is a bit forced in the beginning, but you can create new love patterns by showing confidence, and this will always make the other person be challenged, be mentally challenged. How is it possible that they are like this? I'm not like this. Yeah? So be sexy, be self-confident, show them who you are, dress up in a bold way, wear red, be sexy, be witty, be bold. And you have this advice because you are not all of these for now. So it's time to make a change, and it's time to challenge the other person to sweep them off their feet. That's what you have to do. Okay, dearies, this was the advice if you chose group number 3. If you chose group number 4, the advice for you is be independent. You don't need them. You want them. Okay. Of course, we believe that we need people in our lives because this is how much we love them. We believe that without them we would not be the same. We believe that without them our happiness is going to crash down, because we are afraid of losing them. We are afraid of being alone again. We are afraid of being single again. We are afraid of being unloved again. And being loved is the second best after loving. So of course that we want that for the rest of our lives. We want to feel loved, we want to feel protected, we want to feel safe, we want to and our brain is relating all of these feelings to the person. That's what happens. And as in the group number 3, I have explained how love coexists in the same part of the brain with hate and dependencies, addictions. So, of course, that sometimes our brain is sending us mixed signals. And since love and addictions are in the same part of the brain, and sometimes they feel exactly the same and they send exactly the same signals to our consciousness, it's normal to believe that you need somebody. But if you need somebody, if you feel that this person gets you dependent on them, it's better to leave, because it's not normal to need somebody. It's normal to want somebody to be part of your life without being unbalanced, without being miserable. Because think of all the things addictions create in people: insecurity, fake self-esteem, deformed self-image, weakness, fear. And this is what happens when we need somebody. We make the brain believe that we are addicted. And there's nothing good in that. There's nothing good in addictions. We are not free. We are not independent. We are not allowing. When we believe we need somebody, we do the things that please them, even if that means putting ourselves on the second place. And it's not normal to put ourselves on the second place. It's normal for us to be in the first place. It's normal, because this is how in childhood we create. First, we love ourselves. First, we are aware of ourselves, and then we are aware of others. So this is how everything in life is taken to the brain. First is about ourselves, and then it is about the others. So this is normal in love. First, you have to love yourself first, and then to love the others. So if you are doing things to please the other in your detriment, it's time to stop, because there's something not normal there. There's something not good there. Putting yourself in a second place in order to please the other person out of the fear of losing them, it's a very unhealthy feeling. So if you feel that, ask yourself why. Do I really need this person? Think of how your life would be without them. How would it be different? Would it be a change for the better? Would it be a change for the worse? Think of how you would be without this feeling. Do you really need them in order to survive? No. Do you really need them in order to live? No. Do you really need them in order to make you food? No. Of course, in some very misfortunate situations, when we are very sick and lying in the bed, we do need somebody to take care of us, to help us move, but don't allow yourself to be emotionally handicapped. Yeah, this is you. If you have these feelings towards the other person, it's time to let go, because your brain allowed addiction to this person. So it's time to free yourself. And if you can do that with keeping them in your life is even better. But sometimes we have to give up on the person that wants us to feel that way, because when people feel needed, they feel empowered. So if the person that you are in love with or that you are being with allows you to keep on putting yourself second all the time, they don't love you. What they need is confirmation out of you. What they need, like, you are dealing with a narcissist if they want you to be this. But if this is something coming out your fears and insecurities, then this is something that you can change and that you should change. So be independent. Realize that you do not need them. Realize that you want them, that you are just as fine. You are just as independent without them. Yeah, but you want them to be in your life because that makes you happier, because that makes you a better person, because that is fulfilling you. Because, like, if the reasons this person is in your life is because it's out of fear, it's time to change that and to realize that nobody needs nobody. Yeah, we come in the world alone and we are leaving this world alone. Yeah, it's a life lesson. That's why we are individuals. That's why we are unique. We can deal with life alone. But having people in our lives should be a choice. So this is a choice. It's your choice to be with them. It's your choice to love them. It's your choice to have them in your life. You are not dependent on them. You don't need them. You are fine on your own. So if you chose group number 4, then this is the message I have for you. You don't need them. You want them. So show them that. Make them feel wanted. Make them feel loved. Not that you are unwell without them. You are fine without them. But the fact that they are in your life, it's a bonus. So thank them for being there. Okay, so this is group number 5. And this is the message for you. Love is not enough. This is not necessarily a very positive message, because this tells me that you are lacking, like, the emotions, the feelings is not the problem here for you. You love them. The feelings are there, either on one side, either on both sides. So if you got this card, it's very possible that you feel unloved, and that you realize that just the fact that you love them, just the fact that you want them in your life is not enough. But it is also possible that love is not the problem here. It could be commitment the problem. It could be future plans the problem. It could be the differences between you. Like, you love each other, but it feels like it's, regardless of how much you love each other, things are not gonna work. This is the feeling I'm getting from this card. Like, yeah, you love each other, but why? If you love each other, why isn't it good? If you love each other, why isn't it enough? If you love each other, why aren't things moving towards better ground? So sometimes, indeed, love is not enough when you don't feel respected, when you don't feel appreciated, when you feel that you are fighting alone, when you feel that you are misunderstood, when you feel that you don't matter that much, that you always have to do what they want. So yes, love is not enough if you cannot reach common goals and fight together to reaching them. If you want marriage and they don't want, if you want children and they don't want, if you have a perception about love and they have it differently, like love, unfortunately, is not enough in order to make a relationship work. There are so many other factors that are affecting the relationship, and the first one is communication. So probably you are lacking communication with this person. Probably whenever you communicate, you don't understand them, they don't understand you, you do not have the same language of love. And That's where frustrations come from. That's where misunderstandings, conflicts, fightings come from. And you're like, but I love this person from the bottom of my heart, and I know that they love me. So why can't we? If you are in this situation where you feel that regardless of what you do, regardless of what you think, regardless of your actions, love is not enough, it's time to talk. And it's time to ask them, what of what I do makes you feel loved? What of what I do makes you feel happy? What of what I say makes you feel understood? What gestures, what words, what actions make you feel loved? Ask them that, and most likely they will know what to tell you. Or you can ask them, you can tell them, I feel that you do not respect me. I feel that you do not respect my opinions. Is it true? Like, it's better not to presume, it's better to ask, and it's better to listen. Yeah? So you have to tell them, this is how you make me feel. I love you to hell and back, but this is how you make me feel. This is, so let's talk. You make me feel like this. Do you want to make me feel like this? I feel that you don't love me because you are not giving me this and this and this. Yeah, you are not fulfilling me. So let's try and do something about it. Like, I love you, you love me. Let's make it work. Because it's impossible between two adults not to make it work if you communicate the way that you feel, the way that you think, the way that they feel, the way that they think, because there could be a language barrier. It's probably even possible that you are dealing with somebody that is from a different culture, different language, different education, different. It could be that you are simply just too different. And that's why you have not arrived to this common ground, to this common ground communication. You love them, they love you. But the differences between you make you feel that love is not enough. So overcome those differences. If it's age, or if it's religion, or if it's culture, or if it's all of these differences that make the difference in a relationship. So it's time to discuss them. It's time to make them no longer affect this love, because it's such a shame. It's so rare to find love and to feel love. And it would be such a shame that details would break it. Because if you feel disrespected, most likely they don't want you to feel that way. So you have to tell them calmly, beautifully, the way that you feel and how you want to overcome this. And ask them what upsets them about you and what makes them happy about you. What makes them feel unloved? What makes them feel loved? What do they want? What do you want? It's time to talk, because love is there, so don't lose it. And, make love be enough by overcoming all of these differences. Okay, dearies, this is what I have for you if you chose group number 5. And if you chose group number 6, the love message for you of this week is: project your life without them. How would it be different? Okay, so you got this card because you're angry and frustrated with them. And because you forgot why they are in your life. Why did you allow them to be in your life to start with? And why did you keep them in your life after you allowed them to enter your life? So this is a card making you remember, why are you there and why are they there in your life? Yes, probably you're frustrated. Yes, probably you're angry. Yes, probably you would rather not have them in your life, because their existence in your life make you feel miserable for the time being. So make an exercise, make a projection exercise, and project yourself without them. How would it be different? And if the answer is that your life would be better without them, you know what to do. But if your answer is that your life would be worse without them, then of course, again, you should know what to do. This kind of a projection allows you to reach the subconsciousness and to reach imagination and to reach creativity. And if you feel sad about not having them in your life, if you would feel even more miserable, like this is a card, you believe it's bad now, well, think if you wouldn't have the cause of you feeling like this, how would it be? Would you feel more fulfilled? Would you feel relieved? Would you feel free? Would you feel happier? Would you feel that you regain your strength? Would you feel independent? How would this make you feel? Or because if this is the case, then damn, go. Let them go. You go. Fuck them. Like you don't want them in your life if they make you feel like this. But if imagining your life without them would make you feel desperate, would make you feel that you are missing them, would make you feel that you would feel that you lost something, if life without them would make you feel grief and lost and loss and grief, then realize that what you're going through now is just a minor thing. It's just a minor step because you love them and you want them in your life. But if you don't love them and you don't want them in your life, well, why are they there? Yeah, move on. But regardless, moving on is the key in here. Regardless of what this mental projection would make you feel, it's time to move on. If you want them in your life, it's time to move on from this feeling. And if you don't want them in your life, it's time to move on from them. Yeah, just you can even write about it, write them a letter. This is how my life would be without you. This is the impact that you have on me. You don't have to send the letter. Of course, if you feel too vulnerable of showing them exactly the way that you feel and how miserable they make you feel, it's better for you not to send them. But this exercise will make you detach yourself from the problem. Yeah, detach yourself from the problem and look at it in a more objective way. Because in psychology, we discuss the problem. So your problem with them is you feel mistreated, you feel misrespected, you feel sad, you feel misunderstood. Okay, you choose the problem and write it down. And then ask yourself, what would it be without this? First thing, how your life would be without this problem. But then ask yourself, how would I be without them? Because they are the one that caused this problem. They are the one that are making you feel bad. Yeah? So how would you be without them? How would you be if you had more? And then you realize if the problem is just the fact that you want more. So how would you be if you had more of this? And how would you be if you had less of this? And then you would know how to find the balance. Then you would know not only the way that this situation affects you, how this person affects you, but also find the balance, because in this situation, less is not more. In this situation, less is less and creates frustration, and more is more and creates frustration. So this card asks you to find the balance. This card is telling you to find your mental clarity and mental balance. How would you be with them? How are you with them? How would you be without them? How would you be if you had less of them? How would you be if you had more of them? And then for sure you will have your answer. Why do you feel this way? Why do you allow them affecting you in this way? Because nobody can make us happy. We allow people to make us feel happy. Our mood, our feelings, our thoughts allow us to be happy. You cannot feel loved. You allow them to love you. We cannot feel miserable. Nobody can make us feel miserable. They don't make us feel miserable. We allow them to affect us in that way. We have opened up a little door in our brain to allow this feeling to hit our vulnerabilities. We allow them. Our brain allows them. So don't give them too much credit for this. Yeah? So realize, think. It's time to think. It's time to put emotions aside and to do this projection exercise and realize where you stand and where they stand in the relationship with you. All right, my dearies, this is what I have for you for this week. I hope that you have found these advices helpful. I'm going to do this each week and every week for you because I want you to have a little piece of my knowledge. And I will see you next time and with the next reading. So take care of yourselves, dearies. Bye-bye. Bye.